3 Minute Egg's coverage of the visual arts is supported by Wet Paint, an independent art supply store since 1976, serving Twin Cities artists and the world beyond. Learn more at wetpaintart.com. Now, why should artists in Northeast Minneapolis and in St. Paul have all the fun? At least that's what people in the Longfellow neighborhood of Minneapolis are saying, and they're throwing the first Longfellow Art Crawl, and it hits close to home for me because this is my hood. And I'm the first to say I don't know all the artists or even most of the artists in this neighborhood. So go with me northeast, southwest throughout Longfellow and meet my neighbors on this edition of 3 Minute Egg from the first Longfellow Art Crawl.
And then those two other things, it's kind of tricky. It also folds into a chair. Each woman's sacred. So this is the throne for those women who aren't ironing so much anymore. I've lived in this neighborhood close to a dozen years, probably a baker's dozen. And I've just done art all my life because I love to. I'm in this craft group with some other moms. I have a teenager. And one night at craft group, one of my cohorts brought me a wooden ironing board that her neighbor who moved left leaning against her dumpster. She brought it to craft group, my friend Ann Agramson, said, maybe you can make something out of this. And I painted it, and I just become addicted to painting ironing boards. They're just great services, and each one kind of has its own character. I think that I just like to paint on things that already exist. I like to recycle. I like to make things out of nothing or make things out of things that already exist.
I lived in the neighborhood 30 years. I've been working on art and selling art for maybe 15 years. My heritage is Ojibwa from my father in northern Wisconsin, Ottawa from my mother from northern Michigan. I travel around the country selling my works. I do linoleum block prints, reduction block printing. I do acrylic painting in the woodland art style. Basically, they go for the design and color. That's what I sell, design and color. In there is these images, and that people will see those, and then what it does, you don't get a complete listing, black and white. This is what it is. You get a feeling for the image. You look at it, and you'll see more images in that particular style as you acquire the piece and you hang on to it, and you'll see more things into it.
Once somebody starts, giving the initiative to get people together, suddenly everyone says, there's other artists around. And I think maybe that may be one of the reasons, because we're all so used to working in our studios and kind of having an isolated world and then sending our work out into the gallery. And I think with the economy the way that it is, I think that is really generating a resurgence of artists getting together and making their own things happening.
Since we moved in here, we've always talked about having a place to live and work and show our art. And actually the last 2 years have been quite a change for us, because the economy and the politics, because we realized we want to be more involved in our neighborhood. And I was involved with the Longfellow Community Council here, getting involved locally, making the economy happen locally, get to know our neighbors and friends. We need to be together in these kinds of times, and it's a really great opportunity to make it happen in our own neighborhood.